I'm Andrea.
I'm Hector. Live your best life for the one you lost. That's what One Ghost is.
Nothing but diamonds around my neck and around my wrist. I'm looking good. Oh, it's a sunny day. Sunny day. It's a sunny day. It's a sunny day and we all got ghetto dreams. Diamond rings. Money.
Adam & Sons AC and Heating is a locally owned business. President, CEO, and U.S. Navy veteran Adam Renteria has been certified in HVAC since 2010. Adam is also certified as a home performance specialist through BPI. Adam & Sons offers professional work, excellent quality service with affordable prices. Whether it's commercial or residential, Adam & Sons is the one to call. Contact Adam & Sons AC and Heating at 512-844-2695 or email adamrenteria64air@yahoo.com. Mention you heard this ad on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast and get 10% off your service call.
Gridiron Warriors take the field in an epic battle that is larger than life. It is called Texas high school football. Only one show can bring the greatest sport from the greatest state into focus. Lone Star Gridiron.
If you're looking to capture that special moment, let Adrian Gutierrez Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo, or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion Athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-6794, email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com, or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com. If you find yourself stuck on the side of the road or in an accident, call Quantum Towing and Recovery at 512-295-8697. Quantum Towing has been a family-owned business since its inception in 2000. We offer 24-hour towing and recovery services for your vehicle. We also offer a wide range of services such as lockouts, jump starts, tire change, winch outs, and environmental hazard cleanups. We have 4 locations that cover Kyle, San Marcos, Hulen, and Lockhart. Quantum Towing is only a phone call away for all of your towing needs.
We know it can be hard to follow a dream, even harder to sustain one. However, at Changing Faces Barber Academy, we not only understand, but welcome those walking the path of their reveries. We make it our purpose to teach beyond just a skill set of cutting hair. In fact, we want to help with communication dexterity, give you the abilities to not only build clientele, but to be able to build off one. A good barber is the customer service he or she gives. And that is the mission here at Changing Faces Barber Academy. If you are interested in making a career of becoming a barber, you can visit our website at cfbarberacademy.com. or stop on by at 900 Bug Lane Suite 115 in San Marcos, Texas. If you're looking to liven up your child's birthday party or celebration, JR's Bouncy Biz has what you need. From your basic jump house and water slide, to a choice of a boys or girls combo bouncy house with slide. For more information and to schedule a reservation, you can call 737-262-0231 and let JR's Bouncy Biz help you liven up your party.
Kent Riddle Properties has been the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast since 2020, and has been a big supporter of Lockhart Lion Sports for over 40 years. Lockhart Lion fans all over the world have been able to follow the games on the Kent Riddle Properties scoreboard, as well as being the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Kent is also the QA guy for every broadcast. Kent Riddle has been in the real estate business for over 35 years. If you are looking to buy, sale, or lease a property in the area, you can contact Kent Riddle at 512-359-0036.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
Meitler Plumbing LLC is the one to call on for your plumbing service work in Lockhart and Caldwell County. Call Darren Meitler from Meitler Plumbing at 512-398-3146. Darren has been with the family business for over 30 years and has been voted best plumber in Caldwell County numerous times. Master licensed and bonded. So, for any plumbing issues, call Meitler Plumbing for your plumbing service. Darren Meitler is also a 1989 Lockhart alumni and football captain for Lockhart Lions. Go Lions! Once a lion, always a lion.
Old Pal Texas Tavern, located on the square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late for Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Tavern, cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game score. At Old Pals, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride sports broadcast. Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
Working hand in hand with the community to keep our lions safe. This school year, Lockhart ISD is launching Lion Guard, a community watch program in which individuals can apply to volunteer and be a positive presence on the campuses for students while also monitoring and checking for any potential safety concerns. All Lion Guard volunteers must undergo a criminal background check and will participate in civilian response to active shooter events training and Stop the Bleed training. Anyone who is interested is welcome to apply. Go to the Lockhart ISD website and from the menu tab click on Parents and scroll down to hit the Volunteer in LISD. Join the Pride of Lockhart tab and sign up. Attention parents of all young athletes. Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Then join us at Lions Legacy, where our dedicated and experienced coaches provide free group training sessions to help you improve your skills and reach your full potential. We also offer low-cost private and sports-specific training as well. But that's not all. By joining our Legacy program, you'll have access to camps, scholarships, community events, team building exercises, tutoring, and more throughout your school and athletic career. So come be a part of something special and start building your legacy today. Join us at Lions Legacy and let's take your game to the next level. For more info, go to www.lionslegacy.org or call us at 512-200-2005. Go Lions!
And welcome to the Lions Pride Sports broadcast of Lockhart Lions baseball here today at Lions Field. It is the second district game for both teams as Lockhart and Hayes played against each other yesterday at Hayes High School. Hayes Hawks defeated the Lions by a final of 3-0 off the strength of the pitcher Lee for the Hayes Hawks, who struck out 14 Lions in a two-hit shutout performance, complete game. But here we are, game 2 of district play as the Lockhart Lions will be hosting the Hayes Hawks right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast. I want to welcome everybody. My name is Emilio Sarge-Waters, going to be bringing you all the live play-by-play action for today's contest between the Hayes Hawks and the Lockhart Lions as we are in the middle of spring break right now. We've got some great weather, nice little overcloud, kind of cool, breeze blowing straight dead center for today's matchup. We're waiting the lineup sheets for both teams, actually for Hayes to come up. And we'll get ready for the introductions and the national anthem. Yeah. All right. And let me turn off my head mic and turn up the crowd mic as we get ready for the introductions. Welcome, everybody, to Lionsville for today's district matchup between the Hayes Hawks and your Lockhart Lions. And we'll start off with the Hayes Hawks, the visiting team for today's district matchup. Starting with the reserve players. Number 1, Brewerman, excuse me. Number 4, Hansel. Number 5, Gonzalez. Number 8, Lee. Number 9, Sosa. Number 10, Walker. Number 11, Riojas. Number 12, McLavel. Number 24, Pacheco. And number 25, Pearson. And now for your starting lineup for your Hayes Hawks. Batting first and playing shortstop, number 2, Jen. Batting second and playing third, number 3, Fernandez. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 6, Esquivel. Batting fourth, number 22, Catrone, playing first base. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 18, Kidd. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 16, Garcia. Batting seventh and playing center field, number 13, Villalobos. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 15, Vasquez. And batting ninth, playing catcher, number 14, Guerrero. And on the mound for the Hayes Hawks is going to be number 21, Ramirez. Now for the home team, your Lockhart Lions. Starting with the reserves, number 9, Giovanni Vasquez. And number 15, Jesse Flores. And now for your starting lineup for your Lockhart Lions, batting first and playing center field, number 3, Jacob Wisner. Batting second and playing first, number 16, Ethan Mendez. Batting third and playing third, number 1, Gage Deutsch. Batting fourth and playing catcher, number 2, Santiago Guerra. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 6, Nick Ojeda. And batting sixth and playing left field, number 7, Waylon Phillips. Playing right field, and batting 7, number 14, Noah Sanchez. And batting 8, number 13, Weston Phillips, on the mound for the Lockhart Lions. And batting 9th, playing second, number 5, Gavin Renteria. Now if you all please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Play ball. All right, there's introductions, and before we get started with the first pitch, a word from the great Bambino himself.
Hurry up, batter. It's gonna be a short game, and I gotta get home for lunch.
And once again, let's take you around the horn with the Lockhart Lions. Behind the plate is going to be Santiago Guerra. At first base, Ethan Mendez. Second base, Gavin Renteria. At third, Gage Deutsch. Shortstop, Nick Ojeda. Out in left field for the Lockhart Lions, Waylon Phillips. Center field, Jacob Wisnett. And in right field will be Noah Sanchez. And once again, on the mound for the Lockhart Lions, going to be number 13, Weston Phillips for the Lockhart Lions as we get ready to start today's action. And once again, leading things off for the Hayes Hawks, going to be number 2, Jen. He's going to be the shortstop for the Hayes Hawks. Guess I'm going to be doing the public announce duties. Leading off for the Hawks, number 2, Jen. So it looks like Jen's going to be leading things off. It'll be followed up by number 3, Fernandez, the third baseman. Followed up by Esquivel. And once again, Waylon Phillips on the mound for the Lockhart Lions. Or excuse me, Weston Phillips. Get Weston and Waylon mixed up. And this game is underway, and it's going to start off with a strike call. Swinging on the second pitch out to Gage Deutsch at third. Firing it over to first base, and in time for out number 1. Now batting number 3, Fernandez. So the left-hander will dig in with 1 out here in the top half of the first inning. He'll look at the first pitch, breaking ball from Phillips in there for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, missing outside for ball 1. 1-1 pitch, catching it outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 to count. That one's going to be up and away for ball 2. 2-2 now. The count to Fernandez. Swung on, hit to the second baseman. Renteria coming up, throwing over to first, and in time for out number 2. Now batting number 6, Esquivel. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 outs. Here in the top half of the first, getting this game underway. In yesterday's contest, the Hayes Hawks were able to put 2 runs on the board in the bottom half of the first frame. That was more than enough to come out with a victory over the Lockhart Lions, and that's going to be called strike on the outside for strike 2. 0-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be missing outside for ball one. And once again, missing outside for ball two. 2-2 to count. And this one's going to be lined down the left side. That's going to be foul. And once again down the left side, foul. The count will still remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a big swing and a miss for strike 3. And Phillips will get his first strikeout of the evening, of the afternoon. So after a half inning of play, it is scoreless, 0-0 as the Lockhart Lions will be coming up to bat for the first time. And we'll take a quick timeout and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Kent Riddle Properties has been the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast since 2020, and has been a big supporter of Lockhart Lion Sports for over 40 years. Lockhart Lion fans all over the world have been able to follow the games on the Kent Riddle Properties scoreboard, as well as being the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Kent is also the QA guy for every broadcast. Kent Riddle has been in the real estate business for over 35 years. If you are looking to buy, sale, or lease a property in the area, you can contact Kent Riddle at 512-359-0036. Meitler Plumbing LLC is the one to call on for your plumbing service work in Lockhart and Caldwell County. Call Darren Meitler from Meitler Plumbing at 512-398-3146. Darren has been with the family business for over 30 years, and has been voted best plumber in Caldwell County numerous times. Master licensed and bonded. So, for any plumbing issues, call Meitler Plumbing for your plumbing service. Darren Meitler is also a 1989 Lockhart alumni and football captain for Lockhart Lions. Go Lions! Once a Lion, always a Lion.
And we are back here for the bottom half of the first inning as the Lockhart Lions will get their first crack at the bat. We'll see the leadoff batter, Jacob Wisnett, Ethan Mendez, and Gage Deutsch, the top 3 batters coming up to the plate for the Lockhart Lions, or first 3 batters coming up. And on the mound for the Lockhart Lions, will be number 21, Mark Ramirez. I'll throw down the second, only let you know it's time to play some baseball. Now leading off for the Lockhart Lions, number 3, Jacob Wisnett. So Wisnett will lead things off for the Lockhart Lions to get things started here in the bottom half of the first inning, as the Lions were able to take the Hayes Hawks 1-2-3 in the top half of the first. Mark Ramirez, a familiar name to all you Lockhart Lion fans, as the first pitch going to be swung on and fouled away. Of course, he's the son of a former Lockhart Lion pitcher and baseball player himself, Mark Ramirez. He's in attendance here today. Hopefully I'll try and get him up here. That one's going to be lined right back to Mark Ramirez, and he's going to be able to catch that one for out number 1. Now batting for the Lockhart Lions, number 16, Ethan Mendez. All right, so Mendez will come up to the plate. And he'll look at the first pitch outside for ball one. Of course, back in his heyday, Mark Ramirez, the father, was throwing right around 89, 92 miles an hour. And there's a fastball cut inside for strike one on a swing and a miss. 1-1 to count. And that one's going to hit that outside corner for strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And 1 out here in the bottom half of the first. And a big swing and a miss on a breaking ball for strike 3. And that's going to make it 2 outs. Now batting for the Lions, number 1, Gage Deutsch. So Gage Deutsch will be digging in. And Ramirez with the delivery. Yeah, it's going to bounce in the turf for ball one. So far in district play, the Hayes Hawks are 1-0. Lions are 0-1. That one's going to be swung on, and that's going to be fouled out of play for strike one. So 1-1 count to Gage Deutsch, the third baseman for the Lockhart Lions. High breaking ball, just missing for ball two. And a big swing and a miss for strike two. That'll even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one's going to be outside for ball 3. Count's going to be full to Gage Deutsch. Once again, thank you, Claudia, for sending the stars on our Facebook channel. That one's going to be popped up towards the right side. And that one's going to be called for the right fielder, who's going to make the squeeze for out number 3. So after 1 inning of play, it is Lockhart Lions 0, Hayes Hawks 0. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
We know it can be hard to follow a dream, even harder to sustain one. However, at Changing Faces Barber Academy, we not only understand, but welcome those walking the path of their reveries. We make it our purpose to teach beyond just a skill set of cutting hair. In fact, we want to help with communication dexterity, give you the abilities to not only build clientele, but to be able to build off one. A good barber is the customer service he or she gives. And that is the mission here at Changing Faces Barber Academy. If you are interested in making a career of becoming a barber, you can visit our website at cfbarberacademy.com or stop on by at 900 Bug Lane Suite 115 in San Marcos, Texas.
And we are back as we get set for the top half of the second inning. And leading things off for the Hayes Hawks will be the cleanup hitter, number 22, Holden Catrone, the first baseman. They'll be followed up by Graydon Kidd and Ryder Garcia. Will be the first 3 batters here in the top half of the second inning. Now batting for the Hawks, number 22, Holden Catrone. So Catrone will dig in. Of course, we all got a chance to see the Hayes Hawks new digs at their stadium. Got a lot of compliments, got a lot of feedback. They played their first game on that new turf yesterday as they came out victorious over the Lockhart Lions in the district opener 3-0. But here we are, top half of the second inning. It is 0-0 as Weston Phillips is on the mound. He throws the first one in there for ball one. That's going to be inside for ball two. Weston already got one strikeout. Struck out one batter in the top half of the first. That's going to be swung on and hit hard down the left side, and that one's just going to be foul. So that's going to make the count 2 balls and 1 strike to Catrone. Once again, nice little breeze blowing straight towards center field. A line drive shot down the left side is going to be fouled, so that's going to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Catrone. Want to give a big shout out to our main sponsor, Kent Riddle of Kent Riddle Properties. Not only is our main sponsor, he's also our QA guy for every Lockhart Lions sports broadcast. And that's going to be drilled towards right center field. Noah. Now batting for the Hawks, number 18, Graydon Kidd. So Catrone will lead the inning off with a stand-up double. Here we go. Weston Phillips turns to look at second. That'll send Catrone back to the bag. See school board member Mr. Renee Riles coming into the stadium. That one's going to be lined down the right side. That one's going to be foul for strike one. Hayes Hawks are 11-3 overall, while the Lockhart Lions are 8-5 overall. But it's what district play is going to count to see who's going to be going to the playoffs. Of course, 4 teams make it to the playoffs. And right now, Hayes Hawks are 1-0, and the Lockhart Lions are 0-1. As the Lions trying to even up the record here today against a very good squad in the Hayes Hawks. But don't underestimate the Lockhart Lions. They are a young but scrappy team. As a timeout's going to be called at the plate. And Graydon Kidd will dig right back in. Breaking ball swing, and that one's going to be fouled back for strike 2. Number 16, Ryder Garcia is in the on-deck circle for the Hayes Hawks. Hawk runner at second base. That's Holden Catrone led off the inning with a double to right center field. Setting up outside is Santiago Guerra, and Phillips will turn to second as Catrone will slide back into the bag. No throw. That's Nick Ojeda out there at shortstop, excuse me. That one's going to be outside in the turf for ball 1. 1-2 to count. See former Lockhart Lion himself, off center, and varsity baseball player, Tanner Castillo in the crowd. Always good to see that young man. Breaking ball, missing outside for ball 2. Had a chance to talk to his dad, Adrian Castillo, last night. Spent many years coaching side by side with him in Little League. Of course, Tanner Castillo was one of our players that we coached for. Coach Tanner Castillo for 5 straight seasons. Got to see that young man grow. Great to see him out here today. That one's going to be swung on and fouled out of play. The count will still remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. And, of course, that's going to be fouled into the parking lot. So you see a lot of heads popping up, looking over to making sure it's going to hit, not going to hit their vehicle. So the count's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Hawk runner at second base. Catrone with a stand-up double to lead things off here in the top half of the second. Weston Phillips on the mound. Graydon Kidd at the plate. 2-2 pitch on the way. He's going to be swung on right up the middle. Wisnet's going to come up with it. Fires it. Oh, it's going to be cut off by Ethan Mendez. And we'll have runners at the corners for the Hawks with nobody out. We'll have Graydon at first base. Hold Control at third. Now batting for the Hawks, number 16, Ryder Garcia. So nobody out here in the top half of the second inning. The Hawks have 2 runners in scoring, 2 runners on the base pads at the corners. Catrone at third. Kidd at first. Double move over to first. Not in time. And Ryder swings at the first pitch, sends it into right field. Catrone will score easily from third base as Sanchez gets it in. And the Hawks get the first run of the game. Now batting for the Hawks, number 13, Alex Villalobos. Squaring around a show bunt, pulls back for ball 1. So now we got Graydon Kidd at second base, Ryder Garcia at first. Squaring around a show bunt, lays one down the first base side. Over to first base, not in time, and the bases will be loaded full of Hawks. As Renteria wasn't able to get back to the bag in time. So that's going to be an infield single, a bunt single for Alex Villalobos. Now batting for the Hawks, number 15, Trey Vasquez. So now the left fielder for the Hawks will dig in with bases loaded and nobody out. Hawks with the 1-0 lead here in the top half of the second inning. Swinging on the first pitch, hits it high towards left field. Waylon Phillips underneath it. And Jacob Wisner calls him off, makes the catch. All runners will advance. And another Hawk run will score. That'll make it 2-0 as Kidd scores. Ryder Garcia advances to third base. Alex Villalobos over to second. And Trey Vasquez flies out, sacrifice fly out to left center field. And the Hayes Hawks now have a 2-run lead, 2-0. As Joshua Garcia is at the plate. Now batting for the Hawks, number 14, Joshua Guerrero. Actually, it's Joshua Guerrero at the plate. That one's going to miss outside. Got one out now here in the top half of the first inning. Swing and a miss. Count's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. To the number 9 hitter for the Hayes Hawks. 1-2 pitch on the way. That's going to catch that outside corner for strike 3. And out number 2. As Weston collects his second strikeout. Now batting for the Hawks, number 2, Cooper Jin. All right, so Cooper Jin will dig in for the second time. He grounded out to the third baseman to lead things off for the Hayes Hawks back in the first inning. Swinging on the first pitch, hits it to straightaway center. Jacob Wisnett underneath it, and he'll make the squeeze for out number 3. So that's going to do it for the top half of the second inning, but not before the Hayes Hawks are able to put 2 runs across the plate and take a 2-0 lead after 1.5 innings of play. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with a more Lockhart Line baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, 5th generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
And we are back for the bottom half of the second inning. As the Hayes Hawks put 2 runs on the board here in the top half of the second, and lead 2-0 over the Lockhart Lions here in the district matchup here at Lions Field, right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Once again, thank everybody for tuning in and watching today's broadcast of Lockhart Line baseball. I'm going to throw down the second, let you know it's time to play some baseball. Leading off for the Lockhart Lions, number 2, Santiago Guerra. So Santiago Guerra will lead things off. The catcher for the Lockhart Lions was the Kreitz Market co-offensive player of the game yesterday, along with Ethan Mendez. As the Lockhart Lions were only able to manage 2 hits in the ball game, and Santi and Ethan were those 2 Lions. And he'll take a look at the first pitch, low for ball 1. Breaking ball, catching it inside corner for strike 1. 1-1 the count. And a swing, getting a piece of that one for strike 2. That one fouls back to the visitors' dugout. One-two pitch on the way, breaking ball, missing it way inside. Almost getting a piece of Santi. As Nick Ojeda is in the on-deck circle. Waylon Phillips in the hole for the Lions. First 3 batters here in the bottom half of the second. Swinging on that one is going to be chopped over to the shortstop. Scooped up over to first in time for out number 1. Now batting for the Lions, number 6, Nick Ojeda. So 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Nick Ojeda will dig into the batter's box for his first time today. And he's going to get hit in the left shoulder. As Mark Ramirez is still on the mound for the Lions, or for the Hayes Hawks. Now batting for the Lions, number 7, Waylon Phillips. And that one's going to be outside for ball 1. As the first base runner for the Lockhart Lions is on the base paths on a hit by pitch. Corner for strike 1. That'll make the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Mark Ramirez, also known as Bud. That one's going to be outside for ball 2. Breaking ball, catching it outside for strike 2. Even it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 2. Now batting for the Lions, number 14, Noah Sanchez. Ramirez will pick up his second K of the day. That one's going to be fouled down the left side for strike 1. Yes, we're going to miss for strike 2. Funny story about the Hayes Hawks. Pitcher Mark Ramirez and the third baseman Adriano Fernandez. Those two are friends and playing on the same team as the father of Adriano Fernandez, Freddie Fernandez, and the father of Mark Hernandez, which is Mark Hernandez, played together here at Lockhart High School. They were both teammates. That one's going to be hit right back up the middle, fielded by the shortstop off the glove of the second baseman for out number 3. And that's going to do it. After 2 innings of play, it is Hayes Hawks 2, Lockhart Lions 0. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
I'm Ross Alexander, founder of the War Room Strength Club. I have been working with individuals and athletes since 2003. I have mentored and worked under the likes of Mike Graham, Bobby Warren, Charles Alston, and first-generation coaches under Mark Piteau. I am also a former two-sport collegiate athlete. I have worked with everyone from those starting their fitness journeys to athletes in collegiate and elite ranks of athletic performance. My ideology is working functional and fundamental strength while also implementing a proactive injury preventative and/or recovery regimen. I hold summer performance camps open for young athletes from 11 years old to the collegiate level. I also take clients all throughout the year at any age and fitness level. Along with a workout program, I also offer services for food intake accountability and meal planning, and also mental and emotional positivity consulting. I look forward to hearing from you. Go Lions.
And we are back for the top half of the third inning as we get set. Leading off for the Hayes Hawks, number 3, Adriano Fernandez. And we got a new pitcher on the mound for the Lockhart Lions. Looks like that's going to be Nick Ojeda on the mound. As Gage Deutsch will go from third to short. Ethan Mendes from first to third. And Weston Phillips from pitcher's mound to first base. And Fernandez digging in. Looks at the first pitch. Called strike one. Ground ball hit down the right side, and that's going to be fair off the bag. That's going to be scooped up by Sanchez and over to first base. Now batting number 6, Gio Esquiva. So the Hawks have the once on the base pass. They'll throw over to first base. And Fernandez will get back in time. Once again over to first base. Not in time. And timeout at the plate. And that one's going to be in there for strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two. In the on-deck circle for the Hayes Hawks, going to be number 22, Holden Catrone. That one's going to be lined into center field to Jacob Wisnett for out number one. Now batting for the Hawks, number 22, Holden Catrone. So Catrone is 1 for 1 this afternoon with a stand-up double to right center field to lead off the last inning. Also scored the first run. Throw to first base, not in time. Fernandez able to slide back safely. Runner goes, a throw down to second. That's going to be off target into center field. Fernandez going to keep rounding second on his way to third. So great hustle by Adriano Fernandez, making his way to third base on the errant throw to second. One 0 pitch on the way, and that's going to be in there for strike one. 0-2 to count, excuse me. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball. That's going to be popped up towards right center field. Wisnett giving chase. And the tag up from third base. And Fernandez is going to make it in there for the third run of the game. Now batting for the Hawks, number 18, Graydon Kidd. So 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Excuse me, 2 outs. That one's going to be swung on and fouled back to the backstop for strike one. 1-1 the count. That one's going to be lowered in the turf for ball 2. Hayes Hawks with the lead now, 3-0. After the sacrifice fly to center field, that scores Adriano Fernandez. And that one's going to be high for ball 3. And a swing. And a foul back to the backstop for strike 2. That's going to make the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on the base pads for the Hawks. Big breaking ball for strike 3. And Kid Grayson will go down looking, and Nick Ojeda picks up his first strikeout. So that's going to do it for the top half of the 3rd inning. And we head to the bottom of the 3rd. We are going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast. And we are back here for the bottom half of the 3rd inning as the Lockhart Lions come up to bat. Leading off for the Lockhart Lions, number 13, Weston Phillips. So Weston Phillips will come up to the plate for the first time this afternoon. Started off the game on the mound for the Lockhart Lions. Didn't do too bad. Went 2 innings. We're giving way to Nick Ojeda, and here is the first plate appearance against Mark Ramirez of the Hayes Hawks, and that's going to be high for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 to count to the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 3rd. And a big swing and a miss for strike 2. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 1. Here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Now batting for the Lions, number 5, Gavin Renteria. And Renteria will look at the first pitch low for ball 1. And that's going to make it 2-0. That one's going to be chopped down the left side, and that's going to be foul. That'll make the count 2 balls and 1 strike. That one was just fouled by about half a foot. Two-one pitch on the way. That one's going to be swung on and fouled out of play behind the backstop for strike 2. That'll even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. High breaking ball missing for ball 3. And Renteria will take the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that one's going to miss outside for ball 4. And that'll put the second line on the base pads, on the base on balls. Now batting for the Lions, number 3, Jacob Wisnant. Wisnant was the One Ghost Fitness Defensive Player of the Game for yesterday's contest against the Hayes Hawks at Hayes. Mark Ramirez starts them off with a swing and a miss for strike 1. Wisnant had a beautiful diving catch to end the 5th inning. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Definitely making a big adjustment as he made a diving catch earlier in the game and just came up a little bit short on that one. But made an impressive catch to earn himself the One Ghost Fitness Defensive Player of the Game for the Lockhart Lions yesterday. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's going to be out number 2. And the third strikeout for Ramirez. Now batting for the Lions, number 16, Ethan Mendez. And Mendez swings and misses at the first one. Once again, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And 4 strikeouts so far from Mark Ramirez. Another swing and a miss for strike 2 on a big swooping breaking ball. 0-2 pitch on the way, and that's going to miss outside for ball 1. And that one's going to miss outside for ball 2. That'll even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Gavin Renteria at first base. Way swing and a ground ball to the 3rd baseman. Misjudges it. That's going to be out to left field. And the Lockhart Lions get their first hit of the afternoon. As Renteria will make his way to second. And a mishandle on the throw is going to get away, and Renteria is going to make his way all the way to 3rd base. Now batting for the Lions, number 1, Gage Deutsch. So the Lions will have runners at the corner with 2 outs, and Gage Deutsch stepping into the batter's box. Renteria at 3rd base, Mendez at first. But great heads-up play by Gavin Renteria to put the Lions in scoring position. And that one's going to be low and outside in the turf for ball 1. That's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 the count. And that one will hit that outside corner for strike 1. 2-1 the count. Once again, runners at the corner for the Lockhart Lions. Renteria at 3rd base. Mendez at first. Batting 0-1 this afternoon. Gage Deutsch at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And a swing and a miss for strike 3, and Ramirez will pick up his 5th strikeout of the afternoon. And that'll do it for the Lockhart Lions. So after 3 innings of play, it is the Hayes Hawks 3, the Lockhart Lions 0. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Shields AC and Heating is a small family-owned business located here in Lockhart, Texas. You can count on us for all your air conditioning and heating repairs. Here at Shields AC and Heating we service commercial and residential HVAC system as well as refrigeration, ice machines and walk-in coolers. So, if you're in need of commercial or residential AC repairs you can count on Shields AC and Heating to be there for you by calling us at 512-227-1219. We take pride in your comfort. If you're looking to capture that special moment, let Adrian Gutierrez Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion Athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-6794, email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com.
And we are back as the Lockhart Lions have their third pitcher on the mound this afternoon. That's going to be number 1, Gage Deutsch, as he'll go from shortstop to the mound. And Nick Ojeda will go from the mound to shortstop. No other changes to be announced in the field of play. But here we are in the top half of the 4th inning as the Hayes Hawks will be leading things off with Ryder Garcia, Alex Villalobos, and Trey Vasquez. Leading off for the Hawks, number 16, Ryder Garcia. So as far as the field of play, Weston Phillips at first base, Renteria at second, Ojeda at shortstop, Mendez at third, Waylon Phillips in left field, Wisnett in center field, and Noah Sanchez in right field. Santiago Guerra behind the plate, and once again, number 1, Gage Deutsch on the mound as we get set to start the top half of the 4th inning. And we'll start off with a high sky pop-up. And that's going to be trouble as that's going to bounce in the middle of 3 Lions. And Ryder Garcia on the move will make it all the way to second base. Now batting for the Lions, number 13, Alex Villalobos. So definitely a miscommunication on that play as 3 Lions were surrounding that baseball. So Villalobos will come up to the plate, his second plate appearance. And he'll look at the first pitch high for ball 1. So 1-0 count to Villalobos. And that's going to be high for ball 2. And that one hit that outside corner for strike 1. 2-1 the count. 2 balls, 1 strike to Villalobos. And another one, great job framing that one. Santiago Guerra behind the plate. That'll make the count 2 balls and 2 strikes, even it up. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 1 here in the top of the 4th inning, as Deutsch will get his first strikeout. Now batting for the Hawks, number 15, Trey Vasquez. So the number 8 hitter in the lineup will be digging in. Swinging on the first pitch is Vasquez, and that one's going to be fouled back to the backstop for strike 1. Ryder Garcia, the Hayes Hawk on the base pads, reached base on an error by the Lockhart line defense. Check swing, not good enough. He's going to be in there for strike 2. 0-2 to count. There's Joshua Guerrero is in the on-deck circle for the Hawks. A swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 2. Now batting for the Hawks, number 14, Joshua Guerrero. So back-to-back strikeouts for Gage Deutsch after allowing the first batter to reach base on an error. It is 2 outs here at the top of the 4th inning. That one's going to be swung on and hit towards left field. Waylon Phillips charging forward to get it. He'll make the squeeze for out number 3. And that'll do it after 3.5 innings. Still Hayes Hawks with the lead. 3-0 over the Lockhart Lions. We're going to take a quick timeout. And we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Line baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Old Pal Texas Tavern, located on the square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late for Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Tavern's cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game score. At Old Pals, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Richie 360 Photo Booth Rentals is your one-stop shop for your next event. Whether it's weddings, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, and more. You can have the best of both worlds with our 360 video booth and mini booth mirror. The 360 Photo Booth is a revolutionary next-level photo booth experience. The revolving camera surrounds attendees, capturing a 360-degree slow-motion movie that your guests will remember forever. Here at Richie 360 Photo Booth, this is where moments turn into memories. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook.
And we are back for the bottom half of the 4th inning here at Lions Field for district action between the Hayes Hawks and the Lockhart Lions. The Hawks with a 3-0 lead so far here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Mark Hernandez on the mound with 5 strikeouts so far. And now walking up to the plate, leading off for the Lockhart Lions, number 2, Santiago Guerra. So Guerra will dig in. Almost went yard yesterday, hitting the bottom of the fence at Hayes High School. In the left center field portion of the wall. And he'll swing away at the first pitch, fouling it back off the backstop for strike 1. 0-1 pitch on the way from Ramirez. It's going to be a breaking ball outside for ball one. 1-1 to count. That one's going to be low and outside for ball two. And check swing did not go around, so that'll make it ball three. 3-1 to count to the Lockhart line catcher, Santiago Guerra. Grounded out to the shortstop, his first plate appearance. 0 for 1 this afternoon. And that one's going to be called a strike. Full count coming up. Breaking ball is going to be off the end of the bat. Ramirez will field it, and he'll tag Guerra for out number one here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Now batting for the Lions, number 6, Nick Ojeda. So Nick Ojeda will dig in. He was hit by the pitch, his first plate appearance. And he'll swing at the first pitch, and he'll line it into left center field, or to left field, excuse me. Be the second base hit for the Lockhart Lions. Now batting for the Lions, number 7, Waylon Phillips. So Waylon Phillips will come up to the plate. Nick Ojeda at first base. Second base hit of the game for the Lions. And that's going to be a breaking ball in there for strike one to Phillips. A swing and a miss for strike two. That'll make the count 0-2. That one's going to be a ground ball hit down the left side, just foul. So the count will still remain 0-2. Ojeda with a sizable lead off of at first. As Ramirez will step off the rubber. Ojeda will backtrack. Now he comes off the back. Same lead again. And a throw to the plate. It's going to be a ground ball in the turf for ball one. Ojeda does possess some speed himself. Another big lead for Ojeda, and he'll have to go back. Throw to the plate, swing and a miss for strike three. And out number 2. And strikeout number 6 for Marco Ramirez. Now batting for the Lions, number 14, Noah Sanchez. Sanchez is 0 for 1 this afternoon. Looks at the first pitch, high and inside for ball one. Taking a hack at the 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, fouls it back to the backstop for strike one. 1-1 to count. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Ojeda at first base. The throw over to first. Almost in time, but not there, but close enough for a good play as Ojeda was able to slide back safely underneath the tag of Catron. Ojeda got caught heavy on the right foot. And a great move by Ramirez. That one's going to be popped up right up the middle, and that's going to be caught by the shortstop for out number 3. So after 4 innings of play, it is Hayes Hawks 3, Lockhart Lions 0. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
If you find yourself stuck on the side of the road or in an accident, call Quantum Towing and Recovery at 512-295-8697. Quantum Towing has been a family-owned business since its inception in 2000. We offer 24-hour towing and recovery services for your vehicle. We also offer a wide range of services such as lockouts, jump starts, tire change, winch outs, and environmental hazard cleanups. We have 4 locations that cover Kyle, San Marcos, Hulen, and Lockhart. Quantum Towing is only a phone call away for all of your towing needs.
If you're looking to liven up your child's birthday party or celebration, JR's Bouncy Biz has what you need. From your basic jump house and water slide, to a choice of a boys or girls combo bouncy house with slide. For more information and to schedule a reservation, you can call 737-262-0231 and let JR's Bouncy Biz help you liven up your party.
And we are back for the start of the 5th inning as the Hayes Hawks will be up to bat. Hayes leading 3-0 in this district matchup here at Lions Field. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching today's broadcast of Lockhart Lion Baseball. My name is Emilio Sarge Waters, bringing you all the live play-by-play action. And Kent Riddle with the QA, making sure that we sound good and look good for all you Lockhart Lion fans for today's contest. All you Hayes Hawks fans that may be tuning in, watching on our Facebook channel or our YouTube channel. And now, leading off for the Hawks, number 2, Cooper Jin. As you may not have noticed as of yet, I am flying solo on this airplane ride. I'm producing on the camera, play-by-play, and the PA guy here at Lions Field. Gage Deutsch still on the mound, delivered the first pitch to Cooper Jin. It's going to be high for ball 1. That one's going to be swung on and fouled back to the backstop for strike 1. 1-1 to count. One pitch on the way, breaking ball, catching it outside corner for strike 2. One-two pitch on the way, breaking ball is going to be hit towards right field. And that's going to fall fair. On his way to second is Jin. The throw to second will not be on time. And great hustle by Cooper Jin, legging out a double. Now batting for the Hawks, number 3, Adriano Fernandez. So again, the leadoff batter for the Hayes Hawks reaches the base pads. It's Cooper Jin. First hit of the afternoon is 1 for 2. That one's going to be a chopper down the right side, foul. 0-1 the count. Gage Deutsch on the mound for the Lockhart Lions. Squaring around the show bunt is Fernandez. He fouls it back to the backstop for strike 2. And a timeout is going to be called at the plate by Fernandez. So 0-2 pitch on the way, and that's going to miss inside for ball 1. Ground ball to the second baseman. Renteria coming up, firing over to first base in time for out number 1. That's going to advance the runner over to third base as Jen will be there safely. And now batting for the Hayes Hawks, number 6, Gio Esquivel. A designated hitter will dig into the batter's box with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Cooper Ginn at third base. And the first pitch to Esquivel is going to be outside for ball 1. Cooper Ginn led the inning off with a double to right field. This one's going to be hit hard to center field. Wisnet underneath it. He'll make the catch for out number 2 to throw home. Will be off target, and that'll be a sacrifice fly for out number 2. But that'll score Cooper Ginn from third base. Now batting number 22, Holden Catrone. And check swing for strike 1. Going to be fouled back for 0-2. And strike 3 call right on the outside corner. But Lions get out of the inning, but not before the Hayes Hawks score 1 more on a sacrifice fly to right field. So after 4.5 innings of play, it is the Hayes Hawks 4, the Lockhart Lions 0. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
All right, so Flores will come up to bat. He'll be batting for Weston Phillips, and he'll look at the first pitch, high for ball one. As we are here in the bottom half of the fifth inning, swing and a miss for strike one. That one's going to be low and inside for ball two. In the on-deck circle is number 5, Gavin Renteria. Swing and a miss for strike two. That's going to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. To the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the fifth. And that one's going to be swung on and popped up out of play. So the count will still remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside in the turf. Did not go around. So that's going to make the count full to Flores. That's going to be high for ball 4. And the leadoff batter will be on the base pads. His name is Jesse Flores. And now batting for the Lockhart Lions, number 5, Gavin Renteria. And Gavin Renteria, the number 9 hitter on the lineup for the Lockhart Lions, which means Jacob Wisnett is in the on-deck circle as Renteria looks at the first pitch low for ball 1. Renteria walked his first plate appearance and then was left stranded at third base, excuse me. A big swing and a miss for strike one on a huge breaking ball by Ramirez. That's going to make the count 2 balls and 1 strike. That one's going to be popped up and caught by the catcher for out number 1. Now batting for the Lions, number 3, Jacob Wisnett. And that one's going to be swung on and fouled out of play, or down the left side for strike 2. And 1 out here in the bottom half of the fifth. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's going to make it 2 outs. Now batting for the Lions, number 16, Ethan Mendez. Flores on his way to second, and he'll get there safely. Ball gets into center field, and Flores will make his way to third. Count's going to be 2-0. Swinging at that one, fouls it out of play for strike 2, or strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hayes with the lead, 4-0. Ramirez with the delivery, breaking ball off the end of the bat. As Mendez will foul that one down the right side. Two balls and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's going to do it for the 5th inning. As the Lockhart Lions leave another runner stranded in scoring position. So after 5 innings of play, it is Hayes Hawks 6, Lockhart Lions, or Hayes Hawks 4, Lockhart Lions 0. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lions baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
I'm Andrea.
I'm Hector. Live your best life for the one you lost. That's what One Ghost is.
Nothing but diamonds around my neck and around my wrist. I'm looking good. Oh, it's a sunny day. Sunny day. It's a sunny day. It's a sunny day and we all got ghetto dreams. Diamond rings. Money.
Old Pal Texas Tavern, located on the square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late for Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Tavern, cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game score. At Old Pals, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Now leading off for the Hawks, number 18, Graydon Kidd. See a defensive substitution out on the field as Jesse Flores is now at second base. I believe Gavin Renteria is out in left field. I have to double check on that one. But Gage Joy still on the mound to start the 6th inning. And a big swing and a miss for Graydon Kidd for strike 1. And that one's going to be a called strike. 0-2 to count to the leadoff batter here in the top half of the 6th inning. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. That one's going to be a chopper down the right side. That's going to be foul and fielded by the first base coach. Count still remains no balls and 2 strikes. As the Hayes Hawks have a 4-0 lead over the Lockhart Lions here in district action. Of course, Hayes Hawks are 1-0 in district. Lions fell to 0-1 after yesterday's contest versus Hayes at Hayes High School. Ground ball to the first baseman, nicely fielded by Ethan Mendez as he'll stroll over to first base and tap the bag for out number 1. Now batting for the Hawks, number 16, Ryder Garcia. So Ryder Garcia comes up to the plate, reached on an error his last plate appearance, got a double out of it, and that one's going to hit him. And he'll go to first base on a hit by pitch. Now batting for the Hawks, number 13, Alex Villalobos. And that'll put Trey Vasquez in the on-deck circle. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Graydon Kidd at first place after getting hit by the pitch. And that one's going to be in there for strike 1. Only 1 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. And swing and a miss for strike 2. Santi wanted to go down the first base. Ethan Mendez checked him off or waved him off. So 0-2 count to Villalobos. That one's going to be hit right back up the middle to center field. Wisnett comes up with it, throwing over to third base, and that'll be cut off by the shortstop, and we'll have runners at the corners. Now batting for the Hawks, number 15, Trey Vasquez. So Villalobos centers to center field on an 0-2 pitch. Once again, put runners at the corners. Garcia at third. That's going to miss outside for ball 1. Ryder Garcia at third base. Alex Villalobos at first. And Trey Vasquez, who's 0 for 2 this afternoon, at the plate. Flew out to center field and struck out his first 2 plate appearances. And he'll take a look at that one for strike 1. 1-1 to count. Runner goes. That's going to get past the catcher, Guerra. The throw home will not be in time. And the 5th run will slide into home plate. It'll be Ryder Garcia coming in from home. Villalobos will make his way to second. And that's going to be ball 2. Two and 1 to count to Vasquez. That one's going to miss outside for ball 3. That's going to make the count 3 balls and 1 strike. With only 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Hayes now lead 5-0. Breaking ball's just going to miss. And that'll put 2 Hawks on the base paths as we got a timeout called. As there will be a meeting at the mound. And we will have a pinch hitter coming in. Gage Joyce will remain in the game. Now batting for the Hawks, number 11, Diego Riojas. So Diego Riojas will be batting for the catcher, Joshua Guerrero. As we have 2 Hawks on the base paths. Villalobos at second, Vasquez at first, and the first pitch to Riojas is going to be called strike 1 on the outside. Once again, only 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Hayes Hawks already added 1 more run to take the lead 5-0 over the Lions. or to extend their lead. That one's going to be fouled off the fist for strike 2. And a big swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 2. Now batting for the Hawks, number 2, Cooper Jin. All right, so Cooper Jin comes up for his 4th plate appearance. He is 1 for 3 this afternoon and has 1 run scored. This one's going to be lined to center field. Wisnett going back, and he'll make the squeeze for out number 3. And that's going to do it. As we go to the midway point of the 6th inning, it is Hayes Hawks 5 to Lockhart Lions 0. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lions baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, 5th generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
And we got a new pitcher in the game for the Hayes Hawks. It's going to be number 12, Tyler Macklinville. As Ramirez's night or afternoon is over with 6 strikeouts, giving up 2 hits, 2 walks, 1 hit batsman, but more importantly, no runs scored or earned for the Lockhart Lions while Ramirez is on the mound, or was on the mound. And he'll give way to the reliever, Tyler Macklinville, the right-hander for the Hayes Hawks. And now leading off for the Lockhart Lions, number 1, Gage Deutsch. So Gage Deutsch will lead things off for the Lockhart Lions here in the bottom half of the 6th inning as time is running out. The Lions are down to their final 6 outs to try and make a furious comeback as they are down 5-0 against the Hayes Hawks. As we get set for the bottom of the 6th. And the first pitch to Deutsch, it's going to be a breaking ball in there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. That one's going to miss low and outside for ball 1. Former Lockhart Lion great himself, Mark Ramirez, is proud of his son and his performance here today at Lions Field. Pretty sure it's a feel good moment for himself as he used to pitch here on this field himself back in the day. 2-1 count. That's going to be high for ball 3. So 3-1 count to the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Gage Deutsch. With Santiago Guerra in the on-deck circle. 3-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Sounded like Gage Deutsch got a piece of that one. That's going to make the count full. And that's going to miss high and away for ball 4. And the Lockhart Lions will get the leadoff batter on the base pads. Now batting for the Lions, number 2, Santiago Guerra. So Guerra, the catcher, will be stepping up as Gage Deutsch reaches on a base on balls. Got a small lead at first. Swinging at the first pitch, driving it back to the backstop for strike 1. And that one's going to be fouled back for strike 2. As Nick Ojeda is in the on-deck circle. Breaking ball in the turf for ball 1. As Macklin Bell was looking to get Santi to chase after that one. That one's going to be driven into left center field and finds the gap out there all the way to the wall. Deutsch is rounding third, and they're going to hold him there. And Santi will get a double into left center field. Now up to bat for the Lockhart Lions, number 6, Nick Ojeda. So Nick Ojeda was hit by a pitch and singled, got 1 of 2 hits for the Lockhart Lions. Ethan Mendez the other one, other line with a hit. Now with Santi Guerra at second base, 3 hits on the night for the Lockhart Lions. And that one's going to be in there for strike 1. 3 hits on the night for the Lions. Yesterday, they were only able to get 2 hits. That one's going to be hit right back up the middle. Tough play for the shortstop. Firing over to first base for the out number 1. And that'll score a Lockhart Lion as Gage Deutsch will score from third base on a play to the shortstop for out number 1. Now batting for the Lions, number 9, Giovanni Vasquez. So Giovanni Vasquez will be batting for Waylon Phillips. So this will be his first plate appearance. And he'll take a look at the first pitch, breaking ball for strike 1. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, the Lockhart Lions get a run on the board. And that one's going to be tipped back into the glove of the catcher for strike 2. So 0-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball is going to be high for ball 1. Santiago Guerra at third base. And that's going to be a call, strike 3. And out number 2. Now batting for the Lions, number 14, Noah Sanchez. So Noah Sanchez will dig in with 2 outs. And he'll take a hack at the first one, fouling it back to the backstop. And we'll see Jesse Flores. Looks like he's got the catcher's gear on, ready to go. That's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 pitch on the way. In there for a breaking ball and strike 3. And that's going to do it. After 6 innings of play, the Lions put 1 across the plate, but still trail the Hayes Hawks 5-1. As we head to the top of the 7th inning, we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Kent Riddle Properties has been the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast since 2020, and has been a big supporter of Lockhart Lion Sports for over 40 years. Lockhart Lion fans all over the world have been able to follow the games on the Kent Riddle Properties scoreboard, as well as being the main sponsor of in the real estate business for over 35 years. If you are looking to buy, sale or lease a property in the area, you can contact Kent Riddle at 512-359-0036.
And we are back to start the 7th inning as we got a new pitcher in the ball game. That's going to be Santiago Guerra on the mound. And that'll put Jesse Flores behind the plate. Gavin Renteria will be at third base. Ethan Mendez moves over to first base. Giovanni Vasquez in left field. Gage George will go to second base, and Nick Ojeda will stay at shortstop as we get set to start this one. Leading off for the Hawks, number 3, Adriano Fernandez. So here we go as we get set to start the 7th inning. The Hayes Hawks are going to be looking to add some insurance runs as this is the final inning. Lockhart Lions are down to their final 3 outs. 5-1 is a score, and that first pitch from Guerra is going to be inside for ball 1. A 1-0 pitch on the way. That's going to be high and inside for ball 2. Two and 0 the pitch. That one's going to be swung on, and that's going to be fouled out of play for strike 1. So that'll make the count 2 balls and 1 strike. And that one's going to be caught on the outside corner. And a great frame job by the catcher, Jesse Flores, for strike 2. 2-2 to count. To the leadoff batter here in the top of the 7th. Breaking ball is going to be swung on and fouled back to the backstop. Count still remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that one's going to be swung on and fouled out of play. Staying alive at the batter's box. 2-2 count. Breaking ball just missing for ball 3. That'll make it count 3 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff batter here in the top half of the 7th inning. That one's going to be ground ball hit right back up the middle to the pitcher. And Guerra will run all the way to first base to make it out number 1. Now batting for the Hawks, number 6, Gio Esquivel. So with 1 out here at the top of the 7th inning, Gio Esquivel steps into the batter's box. And the pitch from Santi Guerra is going to be on the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. That's going to catch that outside corner for strike 2. And that's going to be a fair ball down the left side. And Esquivel will reach base on a single to left field. Now batting for the Hawks, number 22, Holden Catrone. And it looks like we'll have a courtesy runner coming in. That's going to be number 5, Gonzalez. Hawks do have a runner on the base pads. That's going to be in there for strike 1. A swing and a miss for strike 2. Once again, we're here in the top of the 7th inning. 0-2 to count, 1 out. Santiago Guerra on the mound for the Lockhart Lions. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Do want to thank everybody tuning in and watching on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel for the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 2. Now batting for the Hayes Hawks, number 25, Pearson. So we have a pinch hitter coming in for Grayson Kidd. It's going to be number 25, Pearson. So he'll be batting for the first time with 2 outs. And he'll look at the first pitch outside for ball 1. Gonzalez is at first base. Courtesy running for Gio Esquivel, the designated hitter. That's going to be in there for strike 1. 1-1 the count. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Hayes Hawks leading 5-1 over the Lockhart Lions. That one's going to be swung on and fouled back for strike 2. As Ryder Garcia's in the on-deck circle. That one's going to miss low and outside for ball 2. Count is 2-2. And that's going to miss outside. That's going to make the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The runner, Gonzalez, will be on the move with his next pitch. So full count pitch on the way from Guerra. That's going to be outside, and that's going to put 2 Hawks on the base pads. Pearson at first, Gonzalez at second. Now to bat for the Hawks, number 16, Ryder Garcia. Ryder Garcia will come up to bat, and we'll have what looks to be a courtesy runner coming in. Didn't get a chance to see his number, but Ryder Garcia is at the plate for the Hayes Hawks. Garcia's 2 for 2. 2 singles and a hit by pitch. And he'll send this one down the first. That'll make it no balls and 1 strike. So that'll make the count 0-1. They had 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th inning. That one's going to be swung on just over the shortstop's head. Round in second is Gonzalez, and he'll score easily. And Ryder Garcia will get an RBI single. That'll be the 6th run of the game for the Hayes Hawks. Now batting for the Hawks, number 13, Alex Villalobos. So that'll put runners at the corner for the Hayes Hawks. And Alex Villalobos will dig into the batter's box. He is 2 for 3 this afternoon. A double, single, and a strikeout. And he'll send this one over the shortstop's head. Back-to-back shots over the shortstop. And another runner scored. A throw to third will be in time for out number 3, but not before the 7th run comes across the plate. And that's going to end the 7th inning as the Hayes Hawks score 2 more insurance runs to take the lead 7-1 over the Lockhart Lions. We head over to the bottom of the 7th inning. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Meitler Plumbing LLC is the one to call on for your plumbing service work in Lockhart and Caldwell County. Call Darren Meitler from Meitler Plumbing at 512-398-3146. Darren has been with the family business for over 30 years and has been voted best plumber in Caldwell County numerous times. Master licensed and bonded. So, for any plumbing issues, call Meitler Plumbing for your plumbing service. Darren Meitler is also a 1989 Lockhart alumni and football captain for Lockhart Lions. Go Lions! Once a Lion, always a Lion.
Now batting for the Lockhart Lions, number 15, Jesse Flores. And that first pitch is going to be low for ball one. That's going to be low for ball two. And that's going to be in there for strike one. That's going to be there for strike two. That's going to be a ground ball hit towards third base over to first for out number one. Now batting for the Lions, Gavin Renteria. Count's going to be 1-1. Had to get caught up with the scoreboard. And that one's just going to miss. Count is 2-2 to Gavin Renteria. And that one's going to miss for ball three. That's going to make the count full. We got another pitcher in the game for the Hayes Hawks. It's going to be number 4, Hansel, on the mound now. And a big swing and a miss for strike three. Now batting for the Lions, number 3, Jacob Wisnant. So Wisnant will look at the first pitch for ball one. That one's going to be outside for ball two. As we are in the bottom half of the 7th inning, Lockhart Lions need 6 runs to keep this game going into the 8th inning. And 8 to end it. That one's going to be foul tip back to the glove for strike one. 2-1 to count. That one's going to be hit down to third base and past the third baseman, and Wisnant will reach base on a single to left field. Now batting for the Lions, number 16, Ethan Mendez. That's going to be a breaking ball. That'll be good enough for strike one to Ethan Mendez. And that one's going to catch that outside corner for strike two. So 0-2 pitch will be on the way from Hansel. Runner goes. High ball is going to be not in time. as Wisnes will swipe third base, or second base, excuse me. And that'll make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mendez. Wisnet giving a little distraction to the pitcher, having to step off the rubber to get the signals one more time. 1-2 pitch on the way. That one's going to be a short chopper right in front of home plate. Hansel will scoop it up over to first. And in time for out number 3, and that's going to do it. The Lockhart Lions will fall once again to the Hayes Hawks by a final of 7-1, as the Lockhart Lions will go to 0-2 in district play, and the Hayes Hawks will go to 2-0 in district play. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with the post-game show right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is Post Oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
And we are back here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast as this one is final. The Hayes Hawks defeat the Lockhart Lions by a final 7-1. Hayes Hawks were able to get 7 runs off of 9 hits, 3 errors, while the Lockhart Lions managed 1 run off of 3 hits and 1 error. As for pitching for the Lockhart Lions, Weston Phillips will take the loss. Pitched 2 innings, gave up 3 hits. And Jacob Wisnett with the lone stolen base for the Lockhart Lions. And at the plate, our top hitter was Nick Ojeda. 3 plate appearances, 2 at-bats, 1 for 1, and 1 RBI. So that's how this one's going to end. The Lockhart Lions going to fall to 0-2 in district play, while the Hayes Hawks will go to 2-0. I want to thank everybody tuning in and watching today's Lockhart Lions Sports on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast, whether you watch it on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed today's broadcast, and we'll be back on the air next week as the Lockhart Lions will be hosting another home game. And stay tuned to the Lions Pride Sports broadcast Facebook page, as we'll put out information for dates, times of the games and broadcasts. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, and like I always say, you can take the line out of Lockhart, but you can never take the heart out of Lockhart. Go Lions.
Thank you for watching today's broadcast of Lockhart Lions Sports, brought to you by Kent Riddle Properties on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And remember, like the Sarge always says, you can take the lion out of Lockhart, but you can never take the heart out of Lockhart. Go Lions!